So you know when you have that spare 1 slot, or a partnering skill to a 4-slot decoration, and that extra skill usually has little value in the set you've built? Well, there are actually a few skills that can add some awesome value to your builds for minimal cost. Some of them even have secret special skills that you may not know about. So, with all that said, here are 5 skills surprisingly useful at level 1.
5.
You are so beautiful. I want to rip you open and see if you're ugly inside.
Speed sharpening.
Oh, you mean bow, heavy bowgun, or light bowgun? Well, stick around because you may be Nah, I'm just kidding. You should skip to the next one.
Got him! Got him!
So running sets with 3 speed sharpening can be really handy if you reach your desired sharpness colour, but don't have a lot of it, and aren't running Master's Touch or Razor Sharp, especially combined with Protective Polish. So why only 1? Well, are you familiar with feline skills? Yes, that thing that half the community don't use because of the chef's special platter. God, please stop using the chef's fucking platter. So, if you eat 2 red food items, you'll get a skill called Feline Polisher. Feline Polisher removes 1 cycle from the sharpening process, with a 20% chance to remove 2 and a 10% chance to remove all 3. Unfortunately, these 2 things don't exactly stack. Otherwise, this would have been much higher on the list. You get your initial cycle removed, and then you have a 30% chance to have 2 more removed, which is the overlapping 10% added to the 20%. So you'll be doing 3 cycles 70% of the time, and 1 cycle the rest. Feel free to roll out of a 3 cycle sharpen and try again if the situation fits. But, all in all, it's a pretty good option for very little slot space, compared to investing into full Master's Touch, or Razor/True Razor Sharp. Plus, this encourages one to start using the blessing that is the Feline Kitchen perks, if they weren't already using, or just use Wetfish Pluses.
4.
Oh, friend! Oh, friend!
Fuck you lot, where's the beer?
Wide range.
1 wide range can actually provide the same benefit for teammates as 5 wide range, so long as they're all standing close enough. This would apply to things like Nullberry, you know, to cure everything, or Astera Jerky, which is the most underrated meat-shaped snack in the game, and your environmental drinks. Now, we're not saying run a healer set for your team with 1 wide range. We are saying that if you have a spare 1 slot, or a choice of rank 4 decoration pairing skills, and you choose to use wide range, you'd be surprised at its use. For a start, whenever you heal, players near you receive a smidge of health. Not amazing, but just a bonus. If your teammate is about to die from poison, burn, bleed, or get hit by an elemental attack whilst dragon blighted, then you can save them pretty easy for the sake of a bonus skill. This really doesn't have as much use in solo, but say you'd like to boost your Palico and its friends with a Mega Demon Drug or a Mega Arm skin that you're just about to boost with. Boom. Easy.
3. All elemental resistances.
Having 1 of these gives you plus 6 in resistance, in whichever element you want. Doesn't sound that great at first, but with this next bit of information that I'm about to share, it can be incredibly valuable. Okay, so did you know that at level 20 elemental resistance, you become immune to that element's blights? Handy, right? And easier to achieve considering you're fighting mostly 1 element at a time. Say your armor has -1 total fire resistance, and you're about to go up against Teostra. You can just eat elementally at the kitchen for plus 15 in fire, and all other elements. Bring along 1 fire resistance jewel, and boom, you're at 20. Now for resisting fire blight, with a nice little resistance to its fire attacks too. Or, even if you already have fire resistance over 20, but you have a spare 1 slot, not bad to add on for some free resistance to the attack you might be taking a lot of. And it carries a strong difference for the sake of 1 slot. Our numbers actually show that having 1 more of that elemental resistance saves more health over a hunt than 1 protect jewel. So yes, we did think about that, but elemental resistance only just wins out over protection at level 1.
2. Stone thrower.
So this one is interesting, and I'm guessing you more than likely didn't know about it. So it's a pretty basic skill in that the more levels you have, the more slinger ammo you can carry. Cool. So why would you want 25 stones instead of 20 at level 1 stone thrower? Well, you know when you wall shot a monster and it uses up all the slinger ammo in one shot, and then sometimes afterwards they aren't enraged, so you try to sneak another wall slam in just as they're getting up, but you don't have any fucking slinger ammo because of the first time you did it. Then you scramble around looking for a fucking rock so you can do it again, and you waste time and you get hit and caught and die from hitting your goddamn forehead so hard with your palm. Well, this stops that, as if you didn't already know, you only actually fire 20 stones when you wall bash a monster. The keener among you will have worked out that 25 minus 20 is 5.
-1, that's free quick maths.
And that you actually only need 1 of any slinger ammo to wall bash a monster. It just takes the max amount when it does so, but only up to 20. Still following? That means you can double wall bash a monster if you limit your flint shots enough, below 3 and a wall bash. So make sure it's only 2 flint shots to face your monster to the wall. Fire your 20 stones, bash the monster for the fall, and then do some damage. Just as it gets up, slinger its face and spam fire until you get another sweet, sweet bash. Yes, this will enrage the monster, which is bad unless you're running Agitator. But for the 2 knockdowns, all the time this takes, with potential teammates being able to attack, and all the wall damage, it's actually a very worthwhile skill. Especially if you have the spell 1 slot, or, like me, you have many 4 slot duels where the pairing skill is stone throw. And at first I was like, well, why do I want this? Until I started doing this video and a bit of research and sort of stumbled across this magic.
Look, it's the Langley Falls Town Geologist.
It's true what they say about geologists. They're the coolest, sexiest men alive.
Geologist.
Sorry if you already knew this, and this one's probably going to take the least amount of time to explain. But honestly, this is the perfect 1-slot companion jewel for any grinding quest. If you didn't already know this, carrying 1 level of Geologist lets you pick up all monster drops twice. So, if you're in the Guiding Lands using a full part breaker set with 1 Geologist, shiny drops everywhere, double it. What did you think of the video? Did you already use one of these? Or will you be from now on? Sike and Lubscribe, spread the word, and look after yourselves. Thank you.